Hey, what is up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you today. I'm going to start off today's video by holding this up. This is none other than the Beast in the East plaque, Finn Balor, celebrating him winning the NXT Championship in Japan on the 4th of July. A lot of people thought that this was not a great plaque. It did sell out. I don't know how many they made. It's not numbered. There's no matte piece. I bought the larger version because I knew that one day this would probably be the coolest thing that I owned to get Finn Balor signed. And today, I got a chance to meet Finn Balor, and this made my day. I will honestly say that I wish I would have got a better picture with Finn because of the sun, but I had an awesome day out at NXT Aftershock, out there. I didn't watch any of the bands or anything like that, but honestly, the one thing that I kept on saying was that I paid $80 to go to these shows, and I said that honestly, I get to meet Finn Balor. I get to, my money's worth because of the fact that I would probably pay $80 to get a picture and an autograph with Finn alone, and because of that, I got to see 2 different NXT shows today, go back tomorrow, and I get to go see 2 more NXT shows as well as another meet and greet. But honestly, when it comes down to it, I met a good portion of the roster today alone. I mean, at this, rock concert, NXT is sort of off to the side, but it's also sort of in the middle of the 3 stages that were built around it. I went and picked up Mario this morning. We drove over. And we got there about, we probably got to the place about 10:30. They didn't open up the gates and let us in there till maybe close to noon. We immediately walked in. We walked right to the wrestling. Neither of us really listened to that kind of music. I know that I listen to country music. I think that Mario more than likely listens to, I don't know, it's never came up, but I would guess he listens to rap and R&B and stuff like that. It wasn't our, taste of music, so it just wasn't for us. It definitely was surrounding us. It was very loud. It just wasn't my cup of tea. If you love that music, I don't want to put it down. Everybody loves something different. That's why there's so many different things out there. But, the performers that were there, I don't know if they were just going out and checking out the different stages and seeing bands that they liked, or if they were going out and doing, various interviews with radio and media that were set up around there. A lot of people were just walking out and going and getting something to eat or drink and then coming back and going backstage with it. Anybody. I mean, honestly, today I saw everyone. Everyone was accessible out of NXT, besides for one English from the Vaudevillains. I didn't see Apollo Crews. I never saw Gable. But just about anybody I saw. Bailey was the easiest person to meet today, and she wasn't even a part of the meet and greet. She was hanging out with her family who came in and they watched the show. But I had an awesome experience. If they come to your town with a rock concert or anything like that, make sure you go. I saw an experience video from Brandon Hodge when they just went and did a regular house show in Nashville. He had a good fun experience. I will start with this. I printed out pictures, and I brought my Finn Balor plaque. I didn't bring the whole thing. I took the picture out and just carried it around in a thicker, larger size envelope so it wouldn't get beat up during the day. It just barely fit in there. It was hard to get out, honestly, because we were in the first in line and we didn't know who was going to be at the meet and greet. It ended up being Finn Balor, Emma, Samoa Joe, and Alexa Bliss. It was really hard to get everything sort of situated real fast. At one point, I dropped my phone, where Zach had to pick it up for me, and he really helped me out. But everybody was having a hard time sort of flipping through the NXT program and things like that. But if you go to the show, they sell an NXT program. This is Mario's. He forgot it in my car, so I don't think he'll realize that I did it. But very cool pictures of just about everybody. Kind of surprisingly, there's no pictures of Bailey in here. I don't know if they made this when she was injured and they just knew that she wasn't going to be at shows, but they have a championship section of everyone who's won almost every title, and she's still not in there. So I don't know if maybe they had thoughts of moving her up or they just didn't do it, but basically the only place that Bailey is on here is on the back. Neither of us brought a Sharpie today because we didn't know how easy it was going to be to meet people, but Finn Balor signed that one. I got Alexa Bliss to sign this picture that I showed off the other day. Blake and Murphy weren't there. They're not going to be part of the show. They just didn't get flown out for one reason or another. But I got Oh shoot, I didn't see Adam Pearce. I don't think Rhino's there. I did get to meet Sarah Del Rey walking around, but she wasn't there, and that's a Samoa Joe cover that I didn't get signed. I apologize, I didn't get ready before I put the plaque back together, and that was about it. But Samoa Joe signed ROH DVDs, and now of all the Samoa Joe ROH Greatest Hits DVDs, I've got them all signed, except for one. And then I don't think I got many of these pictures signed because I didn't have a Sharpie, but I could have got a lot of these signed from a lot of different people that were out there. Shoot, did I get any of these signed? I guess not. I got, because I didn't have anything for Emma, so it was just Samoa Joe and them, so I got some pictures to bring back tomorrow. I'm guessing that tomorrow's meet and greet is going to probably be Enzo, Kaz, Carmella, because of how popular they were during the show. But man, this was fun. I mean, honestly, the first match was probably one of my favorite matches of the whole thing. Gable and Jordan came out and they had a match against Enzo and Kaz. They came out with a very entertaining deal. I've said in a lot of videos talking about NXT that I didn't get Enzo and Kaz, but I got them today. I mean, they were really fun. They were really entertaining. There was one guy in the crowd that just was a Debbie Downer. It didn't matter what was going on. He was at one point sitting second row. He did get there early, but in the second that the matches started, he just turned into this guy who was making the show about himself, just, you know, yelling out, you know, you're not Jeff Hardy, you know, you're not this, you're not that, you know, it just, everybody was something negative about somebody, and honestly, there was some things that I laughed at that were funny, but there was a lot of things that just was over the top, and it just was too much, and, he ended up getting into it with Kaz, and Kaz told security to kick him out. So he's lucky that he didn't get kicked out of the whole festival. He only got kicked out of the tent that the wrestling was in. That would really suck if, you know, you paid your money to go to the whole festival and you were just told, you know, you got to go. But you know, the big, large security guard that just recently took off from being a wrestler, he was the guy who chased him out of there, and I never saw him come back or heard him. You know, definitely check out Zach's video. He was there today. He does better reviews to me about going to shows. I don't know if it's that I'm getting older and don't remember everything or what happened, but I do remember that match. We were really into Gable. We were right in his corner. He was, you know, going along. You know, I was telling him after he got out of the match to, you know, towel himself off and things like that. And he was like, yeah, good idea. We were really chanting for him. But real fun stuff. We saw championship matches. Every title was on the line today. Bayley had a match against Alexa Bliss that was really good. Baron Corbin had a match against Samoa Joe. Bull Fit had a match against a guy, I can't remember his name, Elise or something like that. He came out there like he was a drifter with a guitar. That match was really slow, probably the most boring match of the whole day. The way that they spaced out the show was a little bit hard to deal with. A lot of the time we were underneath a tent, so we weren't like in the bearing down sun like a lot of people that were actually going to the concerts, but it was a lot of sitting around and a lot of waiting. You know, we got into the event at noon. We had to wait till I believe 2 o'clock to do the meet and greet, and then once the meet and greet started, we had to wait until 3 o'clock for the show to start, and then from 3 o'clock we had to wait until 4 o'clock when the show ended. Then they asked us to leave the building so they could clean up, and then they let us come back in about 4:30, and then we had to wait until 6:30 for the show to start. And then once the show was done at I believe about 8 o'clock, we left immediately, even though Marilyn Manson was playing. We can hear him, but it was real fun. Like I said, man, it was very accessible to meet just about anybody on the NXT roster. Some people were, you know, a little bit more friendly than others. It was really cool. Emma put my picture up on her Instagram account. I hung out today with Isaac, who lives here in Sacramento. His Twitter is WWE fan. Did I mess it up? WWE fan Isaac. I don't know why I was messing that up. My eyes are a little bit messed up. I've been in the sun all day, but I hope you guys will check him out. You know, he runs a good Twitter account. I thought it was really fun to hang out with him today. Zach was there. You know, my buddy Mario was there. I met a good little amount of people that live here in Sacramento that were at the show, and I think I had a lot of fun. If you guys went to the show and you guys went to the musical acts, I'm sure that was like free money to you, because honestly, honestly, to pay $40 to go to today's show, I got more than my money's worth. I would say that, honestly, if I didn't even go to the show tomorrow and I paid $80 to go to the show today, it was worth the money. I had a ton of fun. I'm hoping you guys will check out the day in the life video, which I'm going to post up first thing in the morning tomorrow. And we'll go from there. Peace out, everybody. See you guys down the road.